Welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's workout recap. So as you can see by the title, we've got some delts, we've got some trunk work, and we've got some stuff to do with the quads, albeit not as typical strength and conditioning or a strength face. We're going to use the assault bike today just to add in a little bit of a conditioning piece into this. So this is probably bordering on high end of sustainability, a little bit into the pain threshold. And we're simply going to go for 3 rounds, and for me it ended up taking me the full 30 minutes with the videos in between. So what are we going to do? So we've got a pair of moderate dumbbells here. I've got the bench behind me. We can also use a plyometric box or something similar. I've got a heavier dumbbell behind me here, so these are a pair of 15s. I've got a 25 behind me. I've got the mat and I've got the bike, and we're simply going to do sets of 12. Now we're not going to bang out or rip out or go hard or fast on any of the dumbbell movement. We're just going to be nice and steady. So that's going to be our sustainability piece for the 12 reps. Where the pain element comes in is when you're jumping on the bike. Each time through one round, there are 3 times we're going to get on the bike, and each time we're going to go for the calories of 12 at a faster pace. So I might go the first time to 60, I then might go to 66, 67, I then might go to 70, 73, 74, or 60, 70, 80. Depends upon what you can maintain at that pace, at the top pace, for the full 12 calories. If you go out at 80 and you get to 6 and you are dying, then that is not the pace for you. It's got to be a pace that you can do. So again, so try 60, try 63, try 66. If you can do that, that's fine. Then the next time, start off at 63, then 66, then 69. And if that's fine, that's cool, then you know you're going to be hitting the 70s in the next time through. But nonetheless, let's just go through the workout. So first one, pair of dumbbells here. It's going to be a standing upright row. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our dumbbells, we'll come back over here a bit. We're going to take our dumbbells, and these are a double arm standing row. So again, elbows are coming high. 1, 2, and so on till I get my set of 12. I'm then going to place them on the floor. I'm then going to come onto the bench. I'm going to take my heavier dumbbell and I'm going to do my pullover. So without using the dumbbell, I'm going to simply come into that bridge position. Okay. I like to have my head just off the bench so I can just push through on my shoulders. Dumbbell is up here. And I'm going to come back to whatever my range is. In this case, I can come back to full horizontal and press through. I'm not pulling my head up and through. I'm letting my head relax. So it's full lats, pull through. 1, 2, and again, I'm keeping myself bridged and my trunk is playing a role in a supporting capacity. So from there, I'm going to get my set of 12. And then in this case, after this, I'm then going to hit the bike for the first round of 12. When I come off the bike, I'm going to go back to the heavy dumbbell, and obviously my legs are going to be feeling it. The first time is goblet squats. I'm going to take the heavier dumbbell and I'm going to get my 12 goblet squats. So if you're using a flat position, going with a wider stance. Otherwise, if you are comfortable, you can use a narrower stance with your heels elevated. In this case, behind you is the ramp coming into the shed, and that's what I'm doing. I'm using my heels in an elevated fashion, what we call a cyclist squat, and I'm coming narrow. 1, 2. And with that heels elevated and narrow, I'm hitting right down towards my VMO or the lower quad. These guys through here and through here. And again, I'm going to get my set of 12. The next movement I'm going to do, I'm going to come back to my medium dumbbells, and I'm going to get a set of 12 double arm cleans. So think touch and go with the thing. Now again, it depends upon what your hinge is like and your range of motion, and whether you are touching the floor or you're just coming to the hang position. So from here, it's from the floor. 1, 2, hang position. 1, 2, and so on. And then we're going to go from there, and that completes all of the weighted activity. I'm now onto the bike for the second round, again at a faster pace than what I did the last ones. The final two bits of movements are all to do with our trunk. I'm not going to say core because this is the full area. So my back, upper back is flat on the floor. I'm trying to keep small my back on the floor, and I'm trying to keep some stability through here. And those two movements are a dead bug, okay, and then a single leg, like a side plank with a bridge position, which I'll show you. Okay, so what I'm doing, coming onto the mat, I'm down here in the dead bug position, hands are up, feet are up, one is out and back, 2, 3, 4, and so on until I hit 12 on each side. The next movement is like doing a side plank, but we're going to use our lower leg as our supporting leg. Part of the McGill Big 3, and I tend to find that this helps me with more stability, but also to the way we're going to do this with a pulse, you're going to feel it in your glutes and in your quads. So what we're going to do, we're going to come onto the mat. I'm going to come into the side bridge, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck this right knee under. My leg's going to come back. In my case, I can actually put it up here against the kettlebell so that I form a nice straight line through my quad. My other foot is just resting on top, and I'm in the bridge position. This hand, you can hold it here, you can do it here, whatever you can come down, pulse, 1, hips forward, 2. If I want to make it a bit harder, 3, I'm going to bring the other leg up, 4, 5, and so on until I get 12 on the right, and I'm going to turn around and get 12 on the left, and then from there we're then back onto that bike for that final round. So again, let's just recap. Standing upright row, double arm. Coming into our pullover using our bench, bike round 1. Coming into the paused goblet squat or the goblet squat. If you can't do a pause at the bottom, just come up and down, nice and steady. Tempo for your set at 12. You may also do heels elevated, and if that's the case, then bring the feet a little bit closer in. We're then going to come into the double arm clean, onto the bike for the second time, and then the final two movements, that dead bug and that side plank in a pulse position, 12 each side or 12 each leg, and then finally onto the bike for the third interval, and that completes the first round. What I then did is I simply let myself take the remainder. If I finished at 10 seconds past the minute, I then waited to the top of the next minute and went. If it's anything after the 30, I simply gave myself excuse me, a good 45 seconds and then started the next round and just completed it all the way through. Now, if you're doing this at home and you don't have all this equipment, sandbag. I can do upright row with my sandbag. I can do a floor pullover with the sandbag, so I can press from the floor, I can do a pullover, and I can bring it back, but it simply means on the floor, my back is fully supported. If I want to make myself work a bit more through my trunk, then I can, like a dead bug, I can take my feet off the floor and have my quads parallel in a tabletop, so shins, quads, body, and therefore that will require more stability through my trunk in the pullover. Instead of the bike, let's say you're averaging 30 seconds. So that's a case in 30 seconds of skipping at a nice, decent pace. What you then do, you come into the goblet squat. Again, you can do a front rack squat, or you can cradle into a bear hug squat with your sandbag or your ruck. With the clean, you can simply do a power clean, boom, boom. It just simply means that you're going to whip the bag up and back down. Again, skipping, dead bugs are dead bugs, side plank is side plank, so therefore you can replace the row and the pullover, the goblet squat and the cleans easily with your ruck or your sandbag, and replace the bike with a good 30 seconds or thereabouts of nice solid skipping. You want to have a little bit more conditioning, that's easy, bring that to 45, just look at the timer and skip. If you can do double unders, even better, because it's a little bit more taxing on the system. you start to see some spikes through your workout based upon whatever device that you're using. That is it. So a little bit of sustainability piece on the weights, a little bit of pain work on the bike, a little bit faster each round, but not flat out like a lizard drinking, come off vomit material, but enough that you should see the spike to force you then to think and slow down the next time you hit it. That's the workout today. Please like, please subscribe, and please tell a friend.